Hello and welcome. Look, I'm on video. You can see my ugly face. Oh, it's not that ugly. It's actually quite beautiful. Um, this is a video version of the Timmy James podcast. I've already just recorded it. It's just a little intro at the start. Tell you what's going on. So, I'm still editing the video versions, or not video versions, but still editing the last three episodes of the Timmy James show that just been released. I'm still working on them so I can upload them to YouTube. Um, so this isn't just me scrapping the whole thing. If you're watching on YouTube and you're like, hold on, where are the other episodes? They're coming. Um, sorry, they're they're coming. Just I'm just a fucking pretentious dick. No, I'm not a pretentious dick. I'm a perfectionist. That's what I am. I just yeah. I've been going through all these different edits. I've got maybe one or two that I could probably upload to YouTube now. Um, which I might do after recording this little intro. So yeah, what you're about to see is Timmy James show in video form. Not all episodes of the Timmy James show are gonna be like this. Um, so yeah, just I hope you enjoy. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think on the YouTube video. Um, and reach out to me on social media, or I'm actually gonna put a question and answer thing on Spotify. So if you're watching this on Spotify now, let me know if you are seeing this video, and if you like it, um, you can find me on social media and message me and tell me, or um, the best way to do it is on Anchor itself. There's a link that I put in every podcast, every podcast that I do. There's a link at the bottom. You click that. You can leave me a voice message, and I'll play it on the podcast, or I won't play it if you don't want me to. But so yeah, leave your thoughts in the voice message and let me know what you think of the video, and if you want me to do more of these, I'm more happy to do. But it's just yeah, at the moment I'm filming on an iPad. Um, so I'm gonna get like a camera and proper like lighting equipment and all that. So that'll be good, and then I'm gonna work out how to do video with guests, like maybe work out how to like record Zoom calls or Skype calls or Discord calls or whatever. I just won't be able to do that on my iPad. I'll have to get a fucking computer for that, which I'm still working on. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoy this video version of the Timmy James Show, and I love you all. And also, make sure you've subscribed to my YouTube channel, Timmy James the Funny Man. There's also a link in the description of this podcast on Spotify if you're on Spotify. Seeing this, there's a link tree. You'll see. You click that and you'll find all the links to find me, including my YouTube channel. So you go subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed already, and like it, like the video, hit the bell. Um, just let me know what you think. Okay. And also, I got there's a review, well, not a review, a reaction to me watching the trailer for the new Elvis movie that's coming out. New Elvis biopic starring Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. That got over 400 views, which I'm so happy about. I know it's not much, but for me, that's absolutely incredible. Which I'm hoping this gets um, some good views, and then I can just get my subscribers up, and yeah, hope I'm getting new listeners and new viewers and that. So welcome if you're new watching this for the first time, and yeah, enjoy the video version of the Timmy James Show.
The Timmy James Show. Oh, the Timmy James Show. The Timmy James Show. Yeah, the Timmy James Show. The Timmy James Show.
Hello, welcome to the Timmy James Show. I'm your host, Timmy James. Sorry if this looks a bit awkward. I'm trying to work out how to do the video side of things. Hopefully I'm looking straight into the barrel of the camera. Or I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I just went to go see the new Foo Fighters horror comedy movie, Studio 666. Fucking hell, let me tell you. Look, my hair's still fucking sticking up. That's how fucking intense it was. There was like heads getting chopped off, and there was alright. It was. I'm still trying to process the whole thing. I get scared really easy. Um, I don't really like horrors that much, but because the Foo Fighters were in it, I'm a huge grunge, rock, heavy rock. Like I like all type of rock music. So yeah, sorry about the noise of the microphone. I was just bumping my knee on it. Didn't quite mean to, because yeah, I've got the mic stand so close. I'm still trying to work out how to do this video portion podcasts. This is going to be, I'm going to try and do a video podcast every now and then. And hopefully, if this works, you guys, Spotify listeners, are actually watching this on Spotify. But I'm going to put this on YouTube right around the same time, so there won't be any delay. I'm still working on the video versions of the last 3 episodes of the Timmy James Show, so bear with me, they'll be up soon. But wow, that fucking movie, Studio 666, well done to the band, like Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, and Pat Smear, and all the members of the Foo Fighters, and all the supporting players in this movie, because Whitney Cummings is in it, Jeff Garlin is in it, Will Forte is in it, and there's a few others. But wow. Alright. And as you can tell, I I just got back from the movie theater, so I didn't have time to write down some notes or anything. Just going off the top of my head here, like I usually do with my reviews. So the movie like starts off. It's um like the prologue or whatever you call it. The beginning of the movie, you're in. It's 1992, 93, somewhere around there, and there is this band who are recording an album in this house that just happens to be. I would say haunted, but that's not the word I would use. I would say um, possessed. You find out later there's like all this stupid shit. Well, not stupid shit. It's actually really fucked up shit, but I don't want to get into all of it because I don't know. My brain's like blocking it, or I have to go deep into my fucking brain, mind, whatever, just to get access to that information, which I won't do now. But yeah, so basically, long story short, movie starts off in 1992 in the house that is the prime location for this movie. And just the backstory on this house. This house owned by used to be owned by Dave Grohl in real life, and they wrote and recorded. I don't know if they recorded, but they wrote. Um, oh yeah, they hold on. Yeah, they did record the album there, and they shot the movie there as well. They their most recent album that they released last year, Medicine at Midnight, which is a fucking awesome album. Like it's just bare bones, like heavy rock shit, and there's like some strings on it. There's um like synthesizers. There's all this type of stuff on it. Um, so yeah, the album was crazy. I was listening to a bit in the car before I went to the movie. Um, but anyway, back to the movie. So yeah, 1992. Start off in the house, and you see this girl, and she's running, and she's like covered in blood, or almost covered in blood. She's got a bone sticking out of her leg. Sorry, I just hit the mic stand again. She's got a bone sticking out of her leg. It's her bone, obviously. It's not like someone stabbed her with a bone, but I wouldn't be surprised with this type of fucking movie. Um, she's crawling along the floor like Terminator in Terminator 1, fucking. Like, just evil, like, just trying to escape. She's trying to escape the guy who, um, leader of her band. I can't remember the name of the band off the top of my head. Might have to. I'll just Google it. Fuck it. I got my phone here. Um, and it's not Dreamweaver. It's Dream. 666. Yeah, it's like you think. So a movie called Dream Widow. Yeah, the band's called Dream Widow. I don't know if they're a real band or. Oh, hold on, my camera's gone fucking dark. I'm filming this on a iPad, so just bear with me. There we go. Hopefully that stays like that. Um, with the iPad, you can do the brightness in so many different areas. But yeah, look at my fucking hair. But yeah. So Dream Widow are recording the album, and the leader of Dream Widow, he became uh, possessed um, by the spirit or whoever it was that was in this. Um, in this house, like, because the house sits on top of a. It's a nexus portal, nexus point between Earth, so Earth realm, and the underworld, like hell, basically. So the house is like a sitting on top of a portal for hell, and yeah, so they get possessed and all that. The lead singer, the guy, and starts off, and you think, all right, like, and he's going to kill this girl who's was just crawling on the floor, cause she's like shouting shit at him, going like, "Oh, we're not finishing this album. We're leaving because if they finish the album, then they become property of the devil." Um, so yeah, they what they did was I lost my fucking train of thought. Um, they fuck it now. So she's having a confrontation with leader of the band who's now been possessed by this demon, and you see him grab a knife or whatever, and he's just about to kill her. And you think, all right, this is going to happen off screen because in most like horror comedies, so Scream for example, like yes, you see people get stabbed and all that, but it's very quick, very fast. It's not like slow, gruesome, fucking dragged out. No, you see her get stabbed, her intestines are fucking ripped out, and like, it's that type of movie. And when I'm sitting there with that, and by the way, me and my dad were the only ones in this fucking theater. So if you imagine we're watching a fucking horror movie, it's dark, movie's playing, we're the only two people in the fucking theater, in the cinema, because it's a like multi, region cinemas. Aubrey Wodonga, Aubrey Wodonga residents or former Aubrey Wodonga residents know exactly where I'm talking about. We're in Cinema 5, so just one of regular cinemas, and yeah, it's just us two, and that is not a good movie to go and see when it's just you and your father alone in a room, a dark room, watching a movie where there's fucking violence and scary shit. Like, so yeah, then back to the movie. So yeah, that was scary because like that open, you see this chick getting killed, and you see it in all fucking angles, and then it cuts to present day, and you see the Foo Fighters. They're in an office of their manager or record producer, record exec or whatever, and he's like, "We need an album. Uh, Dave Grohl, where's my fucking album? Blah blah blah." Um, and he's like, "I've just got massive writer's block. It's coming. Blah blah blah." Um, and then Dave says he wants to do something different. Because he's like, Zeppelin recorded in a haunted house or whatever, and there was like witches and dragons and all that. And so the record exec is like, who's played by Jeff Garlin, by the way, um, from the Goldbergs, and is he in the Goldbergs? Yeah, I think he's in the Goldbergs. Jeff Garlin, and yeah, he's so basically he's like, I've got the place for you. And and he's the one who tells them about the house. They go to the house, they're working stuff out with the album, and Dave has writer's block. He can't write a fucking song. And there's, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen a little bit of this, but it just goes on. So basically, he pulls out his guitar and he's like, I've been working on some stuff. And he plays the opening riff to All My Life. Yeah. All my life I've been searching for something. Yeah, that one. Um, and they're like, dude, um, we've already done that. Try something new. So he gets his guitar and starts playing something else. Plays the opening riff to Everlong. And in the trailer, and it also happened in the movie too. And and this too, like usually with some movies, you see funny bits in the trailer, or you see scenes in the trailer, and they're quite different to how um different to how they are in the actual movie. But this spared no like whatever, like it was the same as the trailer. So basically, Taylor Hawkins, the drummer of Foo Fighters, he's like, this is a great fucking song, man. It's called Everlong. You wrote it 20 fucking years ago. Yeah, so Abe's got writer's block. He's trying to work it out. But hold on, I'll go back to before. So when they go into the house and they're checking it out, Dave's like, I don't know if this is right. But then he claps. And in the trailer you see him clap and there's like some weird satanic noises and he's like, we'll take it. So he claps first time. It's like he sees visions or whatever, or they show visions of the previous tenants of the house who were slain and all that. Um, you see you see glimpses and flashes of that. So Dave's clapping and he's like, claps again. Keeps clapping and you keep seeing all these satanic images. And then finally he's like, we'll take it. Yeah, and the other band members are like, okay, let's do it. Um, and Dave, he's lost. He can't find a fucking song. Like he can't write one. He's got massive writer's block, which as a songwriter I can relate to. Yes, I write songs other than podcast themes, but I haven't completed them yet. Um, but I will be releasing an album sometime in the next 5 to 10 years. um, or maybe even sooner if I can find like a songwriting partner. So any takers? Anyone want to be the John Lennon to my Paul McCartney? Um, the fucking Hammerstein to my Rogers or whatever. The Boyce to my Heart. If you don't know who Boyce and Hart are, they wrote um, majority of the songs for the Monkees, like the early ones. So yeah, so basically yeah, Dave's getting writer's block, and he's trying to figure out a song, and it's not working. And he's sitting down at a piano. Okay, we're back. The this is like 20 minutes later from when I was just talking. Um, I my mum called in the middle of recording that last little portion. Um, yeah, she can't get out of bed and she's very sick and there was a spider on her roof, but fortunately my sister was there to help. Um, so anyway, uh, Dave was sitting down at his piano and he was playing. He was playing a song, and it turns out to be "Hello" by Lionel Richie. And he's playing it and he's singing it, and it's really good. And Lionel Richie appears from out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey Dave, we all get writer's block sometimes, and that's okay. But that's my fucking song. Like, you can have your writer's block, alright. You write your own songs, you write good songs. But that's my fucking song. Stay away from my fucking song. I love that song. That song's my baby." Or something along those lines. Um, so, yeah, he's still having trouble. And then he's having. He keeps seeing this weird gardener type figure, um, who you find out later is he's the leader of the he's the leader of the band who was recording at the house in the 90s. And yeah, anyway, but so he's having nightmares because he keeps like nightmares of all these different things, and he's like, it's really crazy. So he gets up and he orders some food because he's hungry. Um, and the delivery guy comes. He's played by Will Forte, and Dave's just not interested in what this guy's saying. He's like, "Just give me my food and fuck off." And he didn't give him any ranch, and that becomes a thing later. He and he's saying like, "I'm in a band and all that blah blah blah," and so um my fucking brain's gone all whoopity whoopity. Um, he so he's eating his food and all that, and he's like, okay. Um, and he's still trying to figure out songs and that, and then he goes into the basement of the house, and he sees like there's this dead fucking raccoon, and he's like, "Woo, that's pretty creepy." No, hold on. Before that, so they're recording, they're playing, and they're trying to record songs, like trying to figure out songs. And the guy who's working the mixing desk gets electrocuted. So that's why Dave was having the nightmares and that, because he kept seeing the guy that got electrocuted. His name was like Krug or something like that. And yeah, he like this guy got like absolutely fucking fried to the bone, and and Dave kept seeing his face everywhere, and he saw his face in the nightmares and that. And then anyway, let's have just just go watch the movie to fill in the blanks of what I'm saying because I'm not gonna. I can't remember all of it right now because I'm still processing it all. Um, and I can't be fuck writing it down. So he goes into the basement of his house and he sees this dead raccoon, and that's looking weird because the raccoon's like it's still got its head on there, but it's like its its guts and all that are showing, and it's pinned up against the fucking wall, and he sees this old recording equipment, and there's a tape because it's an old like tape machine, and it's from oh, what was the fucking name of the band? Um, I'm gonna look. Dream Widow. He sees the master for the Dream Widow song, and he's like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome," and it's like satanic, and he's like, uh, he's bopping his head because it's really cool. And he's listening to it and all that and dancing, and then the next thing you know, um, he gets um, he gets possessed by the spirits and that are in the house, like the demons, and he just becomes very um, like he's acting really different. He's got a temper and he's going rah, 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 and just fucking um, yelling at everybody, and then so he he kills and then later, so the delivery guy comes back and he kills the fucking delivery guy. And the delivery guy brought like fuckloads of ranch this time, and he also bought a demo CD of the band that he has because he has a band, and it was called Bone Structure, which is funny. Um, the band was called Bone Structure, and so yeah, this guy gets. I don't know if he gets his head cut off or. Yeah, his head's like fucking. Yeah, he's decapitated, and it's like really, 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 really fucking creepy, and yeah, the band, the rest of the band finds his body, but this is later in the movie. But so Dave's possessed, but he's got like all this new musical knowledge, and he discovered a new note, which is like L sharp, and it's like this satanic note, and he's playing it, and he's like teaching them all how to play it, and they're like, this is weird. How do we do this? And then it cuts to like 2 3 weeks later, and they're still playing it, and they've worked it all out. And then yeah, everything just goes crazy. That he wants to just create this one song that goes for fucking 45 minutes or whatever. And yeah, um, Chris, I can't remember his last name. He's like the one of the guitarists in the Foo Fighters. He gets fed up and he quits, and he gets murdered. Like he gets murdered by Dave because him and Dave come to a disagreement, and Dave murders him. And then, oh yeah, just I'm sorry if I can't spill all the fucking details of the movie. Just go watch the movie. Studio 666. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm sorry, but it's just so much happened. But um, I don't really want to spoil anymore, even though this is a review. But go see it. It's a good fucking movie. It's not for the faint-hearted. I know I'll probably be up for a day or 2 days. Probably won't get any sleep. I usually don't get any sleep anyway, but I probably won't get any more sleep because I'll be thinking about this fucking movie. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video portion. I'm Timmy James. I don't give a fuck. And bye bye. No, fuck that. I was gonna leave it, but I'm like, no, 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 no. No, I want to talk about the juicy details. So, and I'm just gonna talk about, just run through it instead of going through all the parts of the fucking movie. So basically, yeah, Dave gets possessed. He's angry and all demonic, and he starts doing all these demonic, crazy things, and you can just see it in his eyes. In his eyes, he's like fucking all like really, 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 really fucking crazy, and they're getting all, and the band's all like, "What the fuck's wrong with Dave?" and all that. But then you realize, so they have a neighbor who lives there, who lives next door, and she's played by Whitney Cummings, and she knows about the spirit realm and all that, and she hooks up with what's his name, fucking Rami, um, Rami Mavi or whatever his name is. But he's the keyboard player for the Foo Fighters, and the way he's playing his like character in this movie is like a Keanu Reeves type, and it's just very, very, very funny. But anyway, so it cuts to so the rest of the band are getting worried with Dave because they're like, what's going on? And the they try and they figured out something's wrong, that there's all this demonic shit going on, and because she made like some lemon slices, some lemon bars, and topped with cocaine, which I found was very funny, um, and so she is she explains to the rest of the band that Dave's possessed, and um, that Dave's possessed and like he needs the help, and they try to help him. Um, so what happens next is they work out all these little plans to try and save him. So what they do is Taylor has to work on the drum track. He has to track the drums, and he's playing the drums, and he's playing it really, really well, really, really well. And then Dave's like, and then Taylor's like, "How was that?" And Dave's like, "That was good." And Dave gets a cymbal from his drums and fucking decapitates him. And yeah, that's how Taylor Hawkins dies in the movie. Like I said, I'm just gonna breeze past it. The next death is Rami. He and Whitney Cummings are in the bedroom, and they're They're doing it. And they're getting really, really, really hot and heavy. And Whitney is just about to hit the climax. Just about to go full on. Ah! And you see a chainsaw um, come up through the bed and splits them both in fucking half. And oh, that was brilliant how they did that. So yeah, they both get split in half, and then so it's two people are left. It's like I think what's his name is Franz and Pat Smear. They're the two people that are left, and they um work out because they've figured out how to um, bring Dave back from the possession, and they do it, and that works. And then you realize, so, and you're thinking like, oh, it's towards the end of the movie. He's not possessed anymore. They can just go home and go on with their lives. Movie's ending, happy ending, da da. But no, 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 no. It keeps fucking going. Um, so they start the car, like the van, and the van's possessed too because Evil Dave had um, evil Evil Dave had put like some sort of enchantment or whatever on the van, and as soon as Franz starts it up, a fucking spike comes through his steering wheel and pokes him in the eye, and Pat Smear gets smeared all over the fucking ground, um, because he gets run over by the van, and oh my god, like the fucking gruesomeness of it. But yeah, you find out the real estate lady who sold them the house and the exec are both uh, they're both demons or prophets of like Satan, and long story short, yeah. So um, cause like I said, they brought Dave back from the spirit realm and that, and then Dave and Jeff Garland, the exec, they go toe to toe and go through all this fucking fighting and shit. And then Jeff Garland realizes, he's like, "You finished the song, didn't you?" And he's like, he's saying no, but then you realize that yeah, they actually did finish the song. So that means that Dave's soul is claimed, and he becomes possessed again. Um, and like so, the band's dead. So Dave goes solo, and yeah, that's basically it. In short terms of the movie. So, but I encourage you to go see it. Studio 666, Foo Fighters. Go see it at any movie theater or whatever near you. It's not playing for. I don't think it's going to be playing for that much longer here in Australia. Um, and if it is, it's only playing at night now, which I think is very fucking rude. Like, you at least want to go see something like that during the day so you can have time to process, but not at the night. Like, Ad and I ended up leaving Regent Cinemas at fucking 10:30, 11 o'clock almost, and yeah, it was dark outside. I saw all these fucking weird things, and I was just paranoid as all fuck. And yeah, my heart's racing just talking about it now. But yeah. So go see the movie. If you can. If not, wait for it to come on digital and rent it, because it's fucked. But anyway, for real, I'm Timmy James. I don't give a fuck, and bye bye.
The Timmy James Show. The Timmy James Show. The Timmy James Show.